What you see in back of me is the historic octagonal schoolhouse here at Birmingham Meeting. Birmingham Meeting is one of the oldest Quaker meeting houses in the country. And just across the street is the historic Brandywine battlefield. There's an extraordinary amount of history right here. There is a unique juxtaposition of concord and conflict, a theme which runs throughout all of this history. John Forsythe was a Scots-Irish immigrant from Ardekilly, Northern Ireland. He immigrated to Chester County in 1773. He brought with him a sea chest which included 19 linen shirts, a velvet waistcoat, and a violin. He settled in Nantmail Township with William and Sibylla Kirk, and he was persuaded by the powerful preaching of one Rachel Kirk Price to convert to the Society of Friends, and he became a member of Echelon Meeting before settling here in Birmingham. He became a farmer and a beloved schoolmaster. In 1777, he witnessed the bloody events at Brandywine, tending to the wounded, both sides here in the meeting house. In 1799, John Forsythe was asked by the Philadelphia Yearly Meeting to help start a new Quaker school, the Westtown School. At first he declined, but then was later persuaded. He asked the school, he insisted that the school build him a home for his family. It was known as Forsythe Cottage. He, along with Enoch Lewis in that first year, helped to get the school on its feet. By the way, Enoch Lewis was a famous abolitionist. His son, Joseph Jackson Lewis, would go on to write Lincoln's biography, which helped propel him to the presidency. There's an extraordinary thread of abolition history right here in our community. It's often undertold, and it's exemplified in the history of Forsythe Farm, 905 West Town Road. John and generations of Forsythes attended Westtown School and held leadership positions at the school. John Forsythe helped to establish the state normal school, of which he was the president of the original committee that would later become Westchester University. There is an extraordinary amount of history intersecting education, abolition, and the Underground Railroad. Just up the street from 905 West Town Road is another neglected aspect of history. Shiloh African Methodist Episcopal Church, one of the earliest AME churches in the country, built in 1817, shortly after Mother Bethel was established in Philadelphia and formally organized in Philadelphia in August of 1816. Shiloh holds 14 United States colored troops and upwards of 140 graves. Isaac J. Winters was the church sexton there for some 65 years. He was friends with the Forsythe family. This is extraordinary history, friends. And sadly, Forsythe Farm in West Goshen Township, just over the hill from where I grew up, is in danger of being demolished. The home dates back to 1818. It was one of 4 other homes in the 198 acres of land in West Goshen. There is a lot of history to be told, but right now we're facing the imminent danger of this historic property being developed and demolished. We are dismayed as this rush towards demolition is progressing, and we are going to stand up for this historic asset. It also holds evidence that there is a Native Lenni Lenape burial ground on the site. We have a tremendous opportunity to acknowledge multiple histories. It's 8.5 acres of land. And so our group, Save Forsythe Farm, has formed to advocate for the protection of this historic asset. We oppose any demolition, any development of this asset, which is not even conducive to development to begin with, as there is wetlands, the suspected native species of bog turtle and red-bellied turtle, which are protected species. This represents an enormous opportunity to acknowledge the abolition history, the education history, Native Lenni Lenape history, in one property. So we ask you to join us in our work, because if we don't stand up for the sites that define the culture and legacies and histories of our people, then we begin to really erase ourselves. We hope you'll join us.